Good morning everyone, it's Amanda from pandaspaperplaytime.blogspot.co.uk. I'm here this morning with a Papertrey ink order for you. This is the last of the online orders from my Florida trip. It's not a huge order, but there were quite a few things that I wanted to actually get. A few things that in the sampler pack I'd use, so I decided to buy some of the cardstock. And I bought quite a lot of the little ink pads, so I'll start with the little ink pads. So the first one that I've got is this one. I tend to buy the cubes for storage reasons, and this one is New Leaf, and it's a really nice bright green. Then I bought Plum Pudding, again a really pretty colour. I bought this one, Sweet Blush. I had made a baby card recently where I'd used the Sweet Blush cardstock and really would have liked to have done the sentiment matching, so I got that one. I've got this one, Ocean Tides. This one, which is really bright. If you see my MFT order, you'll see that I bought the blue raspberry, and this is a very similar colour but slightly deeper. This is Hawaiian Shores. Then I've got a nice red, which on the screen looks a bit kind of browny, but it is actually quite a bright red in real life, and it's Pure Poppy. I've got this one, Dark Chocolate. Orange Zest. Summer Sunrise, and then finally I got Harvest Gold. I'd seen a few cards on Pinterest where they'd used one of the stamp sets that I bought, and they'd use kind of these kind of gold, oranges and blue colours to actually do it, so I bought all the colours to kind of replicate that, although I will put my own individual spin on it. So that was all the ink that I actually bought. I only bought one large stamp set, but I'll start with the little ones that I bought. So the first one that I got is this one, which is Polka Dot Parade 6. You can't really see it on there, so I'll show it you on the back. So it's a little tree, some leaves and a flower, and it's got many thanks for all that you do and so very much. And it comes with a little die as well, so I got the die. It's really handy because that will cut out the leaves and the flowers as well as the little, you could use that as a branch as well as a tree, so very handy. Then I got the Polka Dot Parade 7. Can't really see on there, but it's a lovely little ghost. So you get the solid in the outline, you get a little smiley face as well, you get kind of a shriek look I suppose, and two little bow ties, and then you've got You've Been Booed, exclamation mark, from me to you and to you. Don't really make Halloween cards in the UK, but I absolutely adored this little ghost. Thought it'd be so cute, and the die is even cuter. And then I went on to the Wonderful Words. Really like these sets. Think it's really handy to have a die that matches with the stamp set and gives you quite a nice size as well. So this is the teacher set. So you've got the teacher. Thank you for being such a great. Thank you. And then it's got number 1, for a special, my favourite, and we appreciate you. And again, bought the die. The next one I got is Together, and again it's got the Together, and that kind of looks, from here on the camera screen, it kind of looks like knitted, but it isn't. It's kind of a chevron-y, and it says, so happy, we're in this, forever, meant to be, again, we have it all, it's a wonderful place to be. And again it comes with a nice size die. These are actually really decent size for doing an A6 card or an A2 card. They kind of fill the kind of bottom section of it, so they're really handy. And then the last one that I got is the Thank You. So it's got the Thank You in two different kind of italic style. Very much for you, just a note to friend, for everything and for all that you do. And again, little matching die. So I only bought one more stamp set, and that was an older one called Grunge Me. Again, I'd seen this on Pinterest. I'd seen somebody use this as kind of like coffee stains. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know I have a bit of a thing for anything coffee related. So I bought a Stamping Bella Perk Me Up stamp set, and I really wanted to use this in the background as kind of like coffee stains. So it's got lots of different elements on it as well. It's not very easy to see in there, although it's not too bad. So I've got the insert for you to have a look at. As you can see, that really does look like dripped coffee, or paint even. I bought the MFT paint brushes, so that can be used with that as well. So you get a swirl, you get this one which you can put the sentiments in. Really like this as well. It kind of looks retro-y. And I like that too, especially for masculine cards. I think that would be really effective. Oh, and there's another one there that looks like coffee stamp stain as well. So really handy set to have. It's got lots of different elements in it. So looking forward to making something with that. And then I bought some dies. So the first one that I bought is this set. It's not very easy to see because obviously it's backwards, but it's a set of 3 dies. There is actually, it's called Wonderful Words. There is a matching stamp set as well, but I didn't actually get that on this occasion because I really wanted just this one die. It says Merry. I really want to use this for my Christmas cards this year and kind of do it as a kind of recessed. So I really like that. I think that would be really effective. I might use the peace one as well, but the holiday one, we don't really say happy holidays in the UK, so I might use it for maybe vacation photos in a scrapbook. It's a very handy set. I didn't actually want the stamp set at the time, but now I've got the dies, I kind of wish I'd bought it, so maybe that's for my wish list for the next trip. And then I bought this die, which is called Rainbow Stripes. I bought this because my husband is a gamer, and he started his gaming in the 80s with Atari, and this really reminds me of the kind of Atari stripes. So he has a birthday coming up, so I really want to make him a card using this, and I'm really pleased that it arrived before his birthday. And then the last die that I bought is this one, which is an impression plate, and it's the circle impression plate. Again, I'd seen this a lot on Pinterest, and I'd seen people kind of using the very similar colours to the ones I'd actually purchased in the ink pads. Normally when they come out with an impression plate, like the tiny triangles or the hexagons or the harlequin, they come out with a matching stamp set, which means that you can actually stamp the inserts. This time they didn't, and I was a little bit, well, shall I buy it, shan't I buy it, because there wasn't a stamp set that matched. So I had a look through their inventory and found 2 that are very similar kind of size. So this is the first one, and this is Boy Basics Simple Circle Stamp Set. And on this you get kind of lines, you get circle within a circle, stars, and then this one as well. So you get 2 different sizes. And if you look, the smaller one kind of, it's a little bit bigger than that, but you don't actually want it exactly the same size. You would still get a lot of definition from that. So that's the first one that I bought to try. And then I also bought the Bits and Buttons stamp set, which I think is designed to go with the kind of the stamp sets where you stamp like the head, and then this would make the body of the snowman. So that comes in 3 different sizes as well. And on this one you get a solid, a polka dot, a stripe, and then a kind of gingham at the bottom. You also get some tiny little ones as well, which is to, I'm assuming, to make the buttons on the centre of it. So actually, let's have a look and see, what is that bit? Oh, thread. That's really cute actually. So you can make a cross, you can make a 2-hole, a 4-hole, or you can just put the thread in as well. So that's made that even more effective set than I was originally thinking it was going to be. So I'm really impressed with that. And I will be using it with this impression plate. I was just going to use it as the circles, but I kind of now want to try it using it as a button as well. So that was all the stamps and dies that I bought. And then I bought some cardstock. As I said, I really kind of obsessed with this kind of colour at the moment. This is kind of, it looks like the blue raspberry from MFT, but it's actually slightly deeper and darker than that one. So they're not identical, which I'm quite pleased about, having bought the other one as well. So this is Hawaiian Shores. I've only been buying them in the 12 sheets at the moment, mostly for storage reasons. I do have enough cardstock to probably cover my entire house at least 3 times over. But when I use the sampler set, when I use the 2 sheets at the sampler set, what I tend to do then is buy the 12 sheets because I know it's a colour I will actually use. So I purchased this one, Hawaiian Shores. I then got the New Leaf, which is a really bright, vibrant green, perfect again for masculine cards. I've used this quite a lot when kind of making controller cards. So I make a lot of Xbox controller cards, and this is a perfect kind of green for that. Then I bought Sweet Blush, which is a really pretty pink. I used this on a baby card recently from the sampler set, and has been used both sets, both sheets. I have a few friends who are still expecting. I'm not sure whether they're having boys or girls yet, so it's always handy to have a lovely colour pink in your craft room. And then if you've watched my previous videos, you'll see that I actually bought the Aqua Mist ink pad last time, and I didn't buy the cardstock, and I did a second order and again forgot the cardstock. So this time it was the first thing on my wish list and in my basket, so I got the Aqua Mist. This really goes really nicely with the Hawaiian shores. It's just a paler version of that. Just a really pretty colour. The camera's showing it as quite washed out, but it is not. It's like a beer minty colour, I suppose you'd call it. Really pretty. And then I've seen quite a lot of cards where they've used the impression plate and then they've used vellum across the centre of it with a sentiment on. I didn't actually have any vellum, so I decided to try the cardstock vellum. So you get 12 sheets. It looks very grey on here, but that's because it's actually showing the cardboard at the back because it's see-through. So I can't wait to give that a whirl. And then finally, I bought some Stamper Select white cardstock. Again, I'd used the 2 sheets that have come in the sampler pack. I've also been making a lot of A2 size cards, and it's quite difficult to do that from an A4 piece of UK paper. You do tend to, out of this kind of 8.5 by 11, you can make 2 cards, whereas from the UK size you can only make 1, so it gives you quite a lot of wastage. So I really wanted to do some of my cards this year with the impression plate, so I decided to actually purchase the Papertrey ink paper because it'll make that size card. Also, Michelle from the Card Grotto has also said that this is fantastic for Copic colouring, so I can try that as well. So I got 40 sheets. If I really like it, then I'll probably order more next time. So that's my Papertrey ink order. As I say, I don't have any more online orders. I have been to Michael's and Joann's a few times, but I haven't actually picked up very much. But I will do kind of a combined haul at the end for those. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to speak to you again soon. Bye!